So this is a blessing ceremony that I have been intending to do for a long time. Thought I was going to do it in November and then in January and then in April. But here we are in May, and this is the blessing of the Connor's Grove, of 3 very special apple trees, Bardsey apples, that I ordered in May of last year, almost exactly a year ago in truth, I think almost to the day, because there was this vision that I had of a place in truth for mothers who have lost children. Maybe not to come here, but this space that is being held wherever you are in the world. And it comes partly out of my own experience, but also out of the experiences of women who are very dear to me, whose stories became known to me in the times of my own deep grief. So this is a little blessing for 3 special trees. It has been a little while coming. And I invite you to share this space with me as the sun is setting on a day which in North America is Mother's Day. And so though my feet are on a new land, and in this land I do recognize Mothering Sunday, which is in March, but this day in May is also just a part of my bones. So I take a moment with my feet on this land and my heart connecting to other lands and connecting to women in all these lands, here in my home country, in my neighboring country, and so I take a moment to connect with the energy of land, the gods of this land of Dawn, Gwydion, Math. I feel my feet on this land, feel embraced by this land. I honor the realm of land and the gods of that realm. And I honor also the gods and goddesses of the realm of sea, on this island, feeling the sea all around, but also aware of that sea which connects me with the land of my birth, the land of my heart, the women who live in my heart. Bright, clear, Manwyddyn, I honor the realm of sea, the water that surrounds and protects. And in the arch of the sky above, I honor the gods and goddesses of sky, Penarsten, Ballymaur, the wisdom, the expanse, the release that it can offer, honoring the realm of sky, and this blessing incorporates those three realms. There's a long story, which I will share another time, but these three trees, the cows are just over there, and the rooks are just over there, and so everybody's contributing to the song of this blessing. But these three Connors, it became clear, carry these three energies within them as well. I knew it through my own Connor, very much connected with the realm of sea, the depths of emotions, and all of the creativity and sometimes the pain that comes with that. The next that became clear was this Connor from Texas. Well, originally his roots in Canada as well, but when these trees were planted, there was this mass of starlings that came. It must have been like 1,000 that just swooped into these trees. And it was then that it became clear, and as I've since learned, that connection with sky and the love of the birds, and really holding the energy of that. And so the question then was, then with this Connor from this land, this with my friend Sue, and whether there was a connection with Earth, which there was and is. And interestingly, the same time I was asking that question, there was a mass of mushrooms, whoosh, that just popped up all around this tree. So we have the three Connors, the three realms, and I just want to give a little bit of a blessing to each of them. A friend of mine has been connected with Ines Enchli with Bardsey Island, and she was there in September as an artist in residence, and she was just there last week, and she very, very, very kindly gifted me just a few little natural things to bless our Bardsey apples with Bardsey itself, and with the trees that are there, these apples that originate from Bardsey Island, which, if you don't know, is referred to as the island of 10,000 saints. It was a place for the dead. It said you can't walk on any part of Bardsey without walking on the bones of the ancestors, and in many ways it is considered to be Avalon, Isle of Apples, and that place of the dead, that other world, the place that we can go for healing and connection with our loved ones. So I start with blessing each of these trees with some sand from the Isle. And with this earth, may the roots of our connection always remain strong within our hearts. we never, ever lose that connection with the ones that we love. They live forever in our heart. But may we feel the strength of those roots. And I have 3 shells from the shores of Innis Enlli to connect these trees with the realm of sea. And may we feel always that flow, that connection. And may we also always give ourselves the permission to flow with the emotions that come up through us, that flow through us, not to trap them or keep them stuck or freeze them, but to know that there's always a place that we can go to allow whatever needs to flow through us to flow. And the last, although I recognize that perhaps sheep's wool and the realm of sky may be a little bit of a stretch, but there was something about what was reflected to me, these sheep that are, eating of the grass and pulling that into themselves and transmuting that, and then the wool is not used, it's not really, I guess the word cherished for clothing, because it needs a lot of work to make it workable, and it's a bit coarse, but it is used to mulch around the apple trees. So the Bardsey apples on Innis Enlli have all of this wool around the roots. It helps to keep the rain in, it keeps the snails and the slugs away, it protects the trees. And so very precious. I have a lot. And I will probably do something else with it as well. But to connect with that realm of sky, the protection, and the energy of the island itself transmuted through the creatures that walk upon it. You can smell the island. It's quite incredible. It will be interesting actually to see. I'm glad there's some extras here. This actually looks like a sheep right in there. It'll be interesting to see how long that stays, or whether the rooks decide to take it as some nesting material. I have a feeling that it may be gifted to many, many, many creatures. So with the blessing of land, sea, and sky, and just taking a moment to connect with the symbols, the items, the Pikachu for Connor Wales, the fairy cottage and the bear to represent always, always having a safe place to land for Connor, Canada. The motorcycle for Connor, Texas. He loved motorcycles. And oh my gosh, a feather. Wow. Wow. Little bits of wonder. Always how that feather came to be by that tree. And so, one last blessing to anchor land and sea and sky. This is a beautiful drum that I had Yuri Leach painted for me, the badger and the otter, signifying that dance of the dark and the light, of this world and the other world. We have the earth and the water, and between the bee for the air. And joining my voice to birdsong. This is a chant, one of the beloved chants from the Sisterhood of Avalon that I have sung so many times, in so many liminal places, and it always brings me comfort. We may have Fabio the pheasant joining. I am here, I have always been, here and here shall I ever be. I'm the mirror pool and the sound of the wind as it sings through the apple tree. Find my name deep within, past the pain, you will see where I truly abide. Seek me out, cast aside any doubt. From my love you need never hide. I am here, I have always been here, and here shall I ever be. I'm the mirror pool and the sound of the wind as it sings through the apple tree. Find my name deep within, past the pain, you will see where I truly abide. Seek me out, cast aside any doubt. From my love you need never hide. There's a comfort in those words, I find. No matter what happens, we may not be able to see in front of us. We have to seek sometimes in the deep places, but the presence is always there. The presence is always there. And this song is the gift to the sea, but the words and poetry is the gift to the sky. And in close of this blessing, this Connor's Grove blessing, this is something that just came to me today. I just learned about Christine Evans, who is a poet connected with Ines Enchli for decades and decades. And I found this poem by her called Unseen Island. From across the sleeping sound, the unseen island nudges at my consciousness. Wind blown Enchli, nowhere more steeped in calm, more resonant of growing. There, air trembles with associations, and I am played to a tune I scarcely recognize. Easy as water, but earthed. Is it energy or faith that breeds content in me? Washed, smooth, drawn out, molded to acceptance like clay on a wheel. So like a compass, I am pointing always where you lie. Elusive, shimmering, but no mirage. My unblurring. So this humble little place, this place of 3 Bardsey apple trees with their connection to Ines Enchli, the island of 10,000 saints, the island of bones, possibly its own Avalon, Isle of Apples. And this is a place where I sit to remember and hold in my heart truly the growing legion of women that I am learning of and meeting or finding me. Mothers who have lost their children in so many different ways. And the way, though the way matters, in some ways it doesn't. It is a pain in the heart and the soul that is like no other. And so there are many places in the world to hold the heart, the broken-hearted mother. And this is another. With these three Connors of earth and sea and sky, who for some reason have all been woven together through the relationship of their mothers. So, thank you for sharing this space. And I will continue to share this space in different ways. Anybody who comes to Wales is welcome to come and join me in this space. And if there is anyone that you know who has lost a child, I keep a journal of dates, birth dates, and death dates. And I hold this space for those children, for the hearts of the mothers who are grieving those children. And continue to do so. It is a way, I think, that we are all woven together in love and grief and in hope and healing. So, thank you for sharing this space.